man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
All right, check out our new sponsor, Greenwood Stocks. They want you to know how to be able to trade stocks and be your own boss and be free to travel the world by making passive income. We all need that passive income from stock market. What are you waiting for? Call or text 281-760-3170. If you didn't catch that, that's on your screen. Or check them out at social media, Greenwood Stocks, and catch them at Gmail, Greenwood Stock Trading at Gmail, and the YouTube channel is Greenwood Stocks. Appreciate them for giving me the opportunity. Check them out. We out. All right, well, apparently they're having some issues finalizing Tyson Fury versus Anthony Joshua. Let's talk about it. That subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Appreciate the love, support. Best way to support and donate to the channel, share the video. And I'm just like, okay. I'm not surprised. You know, I'm not surprised because it's the pandemic. They're talking about the site fee in Saudi Arabia. If somebody was interested in that fight, right? And they were interested in the point where they thinking about, like, okay, we could put up blah. If it's 20 million, 10 million, 50 million, you know, because I see people talking about, oh, this the richest man in the world. It's a lot of people in the Middle East that, you know, Forbes or whoever they want to say can account for, you know, what they worth or how much money they got or what they can liquidate, whatever you want to say, assets they got. So a lot of the richest person may very well lie somewhere overseas in the Middle East, in the great continent of Africa, somewhere in China or Japan. When they talk about the richest man in the world, that's only pretty much what they can account for. But, you know, to be honest, I'm not surprised, you know, because, you know, really, if we being honest, Anthony Joshua is the A side versus Deontay Wilder. Like, we talking about Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, and Spence fans say, well, Errol Spence is by far the A side. For one, AJ got 3 belts. And that really means nothing. You could bring 4 belts to the table in boxing and still not amount and still not be the A side. Canelo fight, let's say Canelo fight, I'm trying to see what it is. Let's say Canelo fight, I don't know, let's say Better BF unify the 175 pound division. Right? He unified that motherfucker. Okay, cool. I'm fine with it. Let me get. I'm having a shindig at my house. I'm trying to hurry but knock these videos. I might just have to go to the park. I should take Mason, but he bark at everybody. But, and thank you everybody at the birthday wishes and everything, man. Appreciate the love and support. And shout out to my boy. I'm gonna remember put his ad. He got the finance. We'll show you how the stocks and all that stuff. So I appreciate it. He sent me some money for my birthday. Appreciate it. But when we talking about the pandemic, where are you gonna throw a fight at? You talking about Anthony Joshua? He got 3 belts. We compare him to Spence. But not only do he have 3 belts, and we got Canelo, he could be A-side versus anybody. He moved up, fight Better BF, and Better BF got all 4, plus the lineal belt 5. Canelo just the A-side because he bring eyes to the sport. He bring a country to the sport. This is why Joshua, Wilder, you know, all the great fighters today in America, other than the Mexican Americans, are predominantly black, but the United States don't support their athletes. They don't. More Americans dislike LeBron. Anything, and the last athlete that captivated the United States, okay, the last athlete that did that, the whole world, was Michael Jordan. You know, they really don't. United States, and for one, the United States don't mess with boxers. The last university loved boxer was Mike Tyson and Sugar Ray Leonard. They don't like boxing. They don't watch boxing no more. And had they did watch boxing, I think a lot of these people would love Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. You know, they would love them, but don't nobody watch it. But the only person that bring a country to the table out of the guys we named was Canelo and Anthony Joshua. So Anthony Joshua bring a country. Even though he black and he you know, his ethnicity is from Nigerian, he brings a country. Not only does he bring Nigeria, but in Nigerians all around the world, he brings everybody from the United Kingdom. So he got more fans in the United Kingdom than Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury is not popular. is because they don't like gypsies in the United Kingdom. Had Tyson Fury not been a gypsy and just a regular UK fighter, he would be bigger than Anthony Joshua, even without a belt. But that's the biggest fight in UK history. How can you not have it in the UK? And that's another thing. Like, how can you not have that fight in the United Kingdom? That's my problem. Why not? And if you have to wait, okay, how about Tyson Fury? If he don't want to fight Wilder, how about you fight, what's the old boy name? Joe Joyce and Usyk fight the entire title. You fight, or you can do it like this. Tyson Fury can't afford an opponent. How about you fight Deontay Wilder? You win. It is what it is. You gotta have to wait. But in reality, Anthony Joshua can fight for the rest of the year. He can fight Usyk and Joe Joyce, and he can make a good amount of money. He can make his amount of money. But Tyson Fury can't go on his own. We're gonna have to work it on our own. But Tyson Fury, he can't go on his own and make no. That's how you know who the A side is. AJ gonna fight. AJ is gonna generate a nice amount of. AJ gonna fight, and AJ not gonna take a huge pay cut. You don't hear Eddie Hearn saying, "Well, we can't afford Anthony Joshua fight." You don't see that. That's how you know who the A side is. He can afford his fights. Eddie Hearn can afford his fights. That is the fact. Eddie Hearn can afford his fights. Tyson Fury, they can't afford his fights. They can't afford Tyson Fury to fight. That's how you know the A side is. If this fight don't work, I know Eddie Hearn say he had a backup plan, but he can fight Usyk and Joe Joyce. Say, oh, y'all not gonna fight? I can fight Usyk and Joe Joyce, and he gotta make money. But Tyson Fury can't fight without Deontay Wilder. Crazy, right? They couldn't even put him a tune-up at the end of November or December. They couldn't. They couldn't. So we arguing about who the A side is. Shit, Anthony Joshua gonna walk away and still have some money at the end of the year. Tyson Fury walk away, what he got? If Wilder be like, oh fuck it, I don't want to fight. Or Wilder get injured, he can't do nothing. He can't do nothing. Deontay Wilder, the reason he ain't fighting because he's still waiting on Tyson Fury. All right, that's the reason he ain't fighting. And then also he don't want to take less money to fight guys like Charles Martin. But the money is there for Al Heyman to have Deontay Wilder fight without Tyson Fury. And I said this. Deontay Wilder done made so much money. You look at his house, his cars, he made so much money. And I said he should retire if he don't get Fury or AJ or that type of fight, or Dillian White. He should retire because he done made so much money. Who want to go back to making $1 or $2 million? And this man that made so much money, he grew in popularity. And the reason Wilder is more popular than Fury from coast to coast, knockouts, he give you suspense. But the one thing about Wilder fought on free TV. Al Heyman got the formula and don't even know he got the formula. Al Heyman got the formula and don't even know he got the formula. All Al Heyman got to do is get some free TV slots and showcase his younger fighters. That's what I would use the TV slots for. If Cobra fought guys like the last guy Caleb Plant fought, so be it. He building Deontay Wilder and fight a motherfucking soul on free TV. And once they build up on free TV, then I would start lining them up with the Earl Spences. They get these garbage ass cards. Why not have Errol Spence and Cobra as a co-feature? Cheap co-feature, but somebody that people gonna want to see. So then when it's Cobra time, Cobra gonna be a star. I mean, he got the formula, but at the same time, we see who got the juice. We see who can fight. Tyson Fury, I'm frustrated and I don't. Deontay Wilder can fight when he want to fight. AJ can fight when he want to fight. Tyson Fury, Fish Eyes, Frank Warren and Bob Arum, you know what it is. It's frustrating because that's a fight that a lot of UK fighters UK fans want to see, and some American fans. But at the same time, how can you put the biggest fight in the United Kingdom in history and put it in the Middle East? How can you put that in Texas? You can't. That's a fight from Wembley, and they're gonna have to wait. And who was the most dangerous fucking adversary to them? It's a guy that can punch like Wilder, but really, the money ain't on the floor for Wilder, so Wilder not moving for a certain amount of money. So who you scared of? Dillian White? He more a threat to Tyson Fury from what we hear. But really, who really a threat? Big Baby Anderson in ways away. F.A. and Jabba not a threat. There's no threats. So there's no reason why they could split opponents and say, okay, Tyson Fury, you take Joyce. AJ gonna take Usyk. Why not? All right, Fury, you gonna take Wilder. AJ, you gonna take, I don't know who out there. Dillian White again. That's easy. But Tyson Fury got a minimum that they can't fulfill. He has a minimum amount of money owed to him that Bob Arum can't pay him. The facts. This man Rockweiler is well trained. But, I mean, we see who the A side and who ain't, man. But he has a minimum that they can't fulfill. AJ can fight Usyk and Joe Joyce and say, y'all don't fight. I'll give y'all a shot at 3 belts. He gonna fight. He gonna do a certain amount of money where he's still gonna get his 20 or 10 or 15 or $30 million that he's still gonna eat. He still is going to eat. He is still going to eat. Tyson Fury can't eat without Deontay Wilder. He can't eat without an opponent. So how you the ace? Even though he probably the best fighter in the division, but how can you eat? How can you eat and you can't fight without somebody else? And they used Deontay Wilder and Al Heyman. Deontay Wilder was an idiot. He should have went plug in and fought AJ. It would have been done. Him and AJ could have fought in February. It would have been done. But it is what it is, man. Let me know what you guys think. Check out the Heavyweight Boxing playlist. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out anytime. Twitter's the fastest way than Facebook and Instagram. Facebook group link there as well, too. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well, too. Appreciate the love support. One time for the one time. We gone.